show. He's in Big D. That's where the Predators are. Predators and Stars tonight at 7:30. That's the puck drop. And that'll be the first matchup this season between those two teams. Division rivals, yes, back in the same division again after last season's reconfigured divisions for the pandemic. But tonight it'll be Dallas, tomorrow in St. Louis. Pete Weber and Hal Gill will have your call at 7:30. I'll have pregame for you at 6:30. Darren McFarland, Chase McCabe alongside. We're here live at Hawkins Field. Yes,
the Hawk.
The Hawk, the home of Vanderbilt baseball, the Green Monster to the left. You've got,
this place is so nice.
The Jumbotron in left center. You've got the football stadium right there to our left, Dudley Field. And that'll be where they're hosting Kentucky. Little blackout Saturday night.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun game.
I was a little surprised at the line. Did you look at the line?
No, actually.
Okay, what do you think it is?
Kentucky by 10.5.
Okay, that's. I don't think that's crazy. I would have said Kentucky by 13.
Yeah,
but
not quite 2 touchdowns.
I don't think 10.5 is crazy, but I would have said Kentucky by 13. That's the number I had in my head.
Yeah,
it's 3 touchdowns.
21,
20.5, 21,
Ooh.
depending on where you look at.
I think I'd go Vandy in the points. Well, I don't know. I mean, Kentucky is. I asked Clark Lee about that yesterday. You're going, and and Vandy can say the same thing, but Kentucky's desperate.
And that's basically what he said.
Yeah.
We're kind of desperate for a
right
too.
Right. I mean, but Kentucky's where they were, and in that situation now they've lost 3 straight. I don't know. Just depends on which Vandy team shows up. Got some guys coming back.
You could also say it depends on what Kentucky team shows up.
That's fair. That's fair. You've lived that your whole life.
Well, I've seen some wild Kentucky Vanderbilt games. Let me tell you that over the years.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I saw a wild one with Jay Cutler here.
Yep.
And I was sitting up in the rooftop area watching it from up there.
Was that like 04?
Above the press box.
Yeah.
When Vanderbilt was getting drilled, and the next thing you know, there's a monster comeback.
Yeah. I was at that game. I wasn't where you were.
It was a crazy game.
That was like what, 04? 03, 04? Somewhere in there?
A long time ago. My hair was a lot darker.
couple of radio stations ago.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I had radio butt by then, I'm sure. I've since shedded radio butt.
You have.
Because if you don't watch it in this business, like, for example, here we are at the Hawk, and they've been gracious to, feed us with breakfast. And, we come in and, Robbie and Rex Road are, in a break, and they're over there, donuts. And I'm like, what is going on over there? And then, I just see pieces, shrapnel of donuts flying everywhere. I take cover. I'm like, what's happening? And they are just annihilating this box of donuts. And then I went over there and I looked at the donuts and I went, oh, my gosh. And the next thing you know, they go back on the air, and what are we both doing?
They were good, though. And I needed breakfast.
Ladarius is going, what is wrong with you guys? But he had probably eaten 2 before we got here.
Yeah, he had 1.
Okay, he said 1.
He said he had 1.
These donuts are ridiculous. These are not – what were they, parlor donuts? Is that right? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they're good.
I have to walk home from here. I can't – I'm going to have to do something – or at least go down the Hawk and do some running around the bases after the show. I'm going to have to do something.
That'd be a good workout.
I can't do Freddy's last night. Like the 2 meal – I wouldn't say that was a meal today, but it was breakfast for me. I cannot – I'll have to do something active. I had Freddy's last night for the first time.
How was it? Yeah, you were going to give us a report.
It was really good. It was packed. It was crazy packed. About 7:40. keep coming back. I think they will. It's a cool concept. The food is good. They've figured it out, especially that early on. They're very friendly. They had by the way, listen to this, a ton of workers. Isn't this crazy?
Oh, wow. What a concept.
Like, how did Freddy's find all the workers?
Glad people
to work?
are doing that.
How did they do that? It was full staff. Full staff.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I don't know. There's probably 20 people working there.
Wow.
It's not a huge place. I was like, wow, okay.
Very cool.
That's why Arby's shut down at 7 o'clock. They're all working at Freddy's. Nobody wants to work at Arby's in Smyrna because they shut down at 7:30.
Well,
Freddy's was open till 10, but it was good. So I can't go from – and I had the custard, and I got a bunch of suggestions yesterday on Twitter, and I know a bunch of people were texting in because there is a location in Clarksville, but this is the only one here in Nashville proper. Middle Tennessee right here. I don't know. Is Clarksville considered Middle Tennessee? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But I guess in the Nashville area. It's the only one. But, I got suggestions about cheese. You got to do the cheese curds. You had to do the custard. And so I did both. And, thumbs up. It was good. But I can't go from Freddy's for dinner last night after Maddox's basketball practice to the parlor donut that was the size of my left rear tire on my car and full of chocolate and sauces. And it was just melted in your mouth. Like, I'm going to have to go run the Hawk for sure a little bit later.
Well, hey, whatever you got to do. Maybe Corbs will let us go take some cuts. Well, maybe he'll let you go take some cuts. He probably doesn't.
Well,
probably knows what I'll bring to the table.
If I want to get a good laugh in, I would like for you to take some cuts.
Well, I went to Topgolf last night, so you've seen that before.
Yeah, you've already complained to me about how you're sore from Topgolf.
Yeah, my shoulder hurts a little bit. I was getting after it.
What does that mean, though? You were getting after it.
I mean, I was putting a lot into it.
You were at a golf simulator. What do you mean you were getting after it?
We got some distance going on the ball. There's no direction. You look disheveled.
Well, I just hope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. There's things I'm missing. I'm
like your phone,
making sure. Yeah, and keys and other stuff. So I
think
it's up there. Okay, that's fine. It's just as long as it's here.
Yeah, it's here. I can't.
Just kind of freaked out there for a minute.
It's okay.
So you were crushing it? I mean, what is that? I mean, because obviously you're playing a game, like the points game.
Yeah,
and
I was with some
so
friends.
were you trying to hit it far, or were you going for the bunny?
I was trying
bunny points?
I was trying to get, go to the targets. and
Right, but were the short targets or the long targets?
Just, wherever it would go.
Were just whatever points you could gather?
Yeah. Yeah. So
it was like a pool game with slop matters?
Yeah, here's the best part. I nailed one and got it to the blue target for like 20 points, 25, something like that. One of the best shots I've ever hit, and it wasn't on my name. It was on somebody else's name, so they got the points. I was so mad. I forgot to switch it. And then I couldn't do it again. But, it was still fun. We know what I bring to the table, so.
You didn't win, but you had fun.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Well, good.
So Vandy had an event there. So Coach Stack and the team, they were there. They were on one of the other floors, but they had an event. So I was just there with friends on a Tuesday night, but it was a good time.
College basketball season underway last night. Good lineup. You had Michigan State and Kansas. A little double dip on ESPN. Kansas came out on top, and then Kentucky Duke in the nightcap.
Yeah.
And Duke was pretty much in control the whole game.
Is this the Coach K farewell tour and what they're going to be, or just
clearly he is? You can tell he's retiring after this season because that's probably the nicest interview I've ever seen him do in his life after the game with Holly Rowe. So you could tell he is. I guess he's going to get a grandfather clock somewhere when he goes somewhere, and somebody would give him a rocking chair, and I don't know what other gifts they'll give him on his farewell tour, but he's in good spirits because that's got to be he gave her a hug after the interview. I was like, yeah, this guy already has 1 foot out the door for retirement because Last time, let's see. Let's pull the clip of the last time Coach K hugged the reporter after an interview.
Yeah,
after a game.
It was when he didn't have Paolo Banchero on his team. That's for sure.
Never. How about that? Yeah, but he's had great players come through there. I mean, what's different about all the other greats that have come through?
That's true.
I mean, are you saying this is the greatest ever?
He'll be one of. I mean, this kid's 6'11" and played point guard some last night. Like, he's pretty good. He's like the consensus number one pick if the season ended now in the NBA draft. But the kid's a unicorn.
Yeah, he has a lot of cramps, though.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Nothing
needs to
fluids
get those
didn't
worked
work
out. I have a lot of cramps after these the donut that I ate.
But yeah, it's good to see college basketball back. Tough loss for Belmont.
Yeah. Well, Ohio's going to be good, but obviously there's huge expectations for Belmont. And, I was a little surprised to see them lose by double digits last night.
Yeah, 92-80 was the final there. Austin P won. Vandy obviously plays tonight. Tennessee won in their season opener. So it's good. It's good that college hoops is going again. I know Elijah had a good night just watching the hoops. He was a little late to responding to everything. I knew he was engulfed in college basketball.
Yeah, the cell phone screen was being used to watch some of that UTC Loyola Marymount game last night. Big win for them, by the way, too. 7-point dogs on the West Coast. They're going to be pretty good this year, too.
A lot of hype around Gonzaga, too.
Yeah.
And they got they had the number one recruit in the country, right?
Mm-hmm. Chet Holmgren. Had in his first game getting 14 points, 13 boards, 7 assists, 7 block shots. That kid is also a unicorn.
Yeah.
UCLA.
Vanderbilt tonight will host Alabama State at Memorial Gym. All right, let's come back. Let's talk with Paul.
Hi, Paul.
We'll talk with Paul Feinbaum on the other side as you listen to Darren, Daunic, and Chase live here at Hawkins Field on ESPN 102.5 The Game.
Titans on 3. 1, 2, 3. Those guys played fantastic. It was fun to watch them play.
The Titans are the NFL's hottest team.
Big plays, big moments. It's just incredible.
After consecutive wins against the Bills, Chiefs, Colts, and Rams.
Man, were they good.
Oh,
it's unbelievable.
You're home for the best Titans coverage.
That is a team that is putting it all on the line.
They stepped up big time.
Is Nashville's best sports talk.
ESPN
102.5 The Game and the Game Nashville app.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment, featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Hey, it's Jared Stillman. Guys, are you tired of feeling old? You know that feeling. You don't have any energy. You're gaining pounds. Well, guess what? My friends at Invigorate Health are the ones to help you. They don't just focus on one area of the aging body. They take care of all of it with so many different therapies that can restore your vitality and are designed with you specifically in mind. So give them a try. Invigorate Health if you want to feel young again. Out in Mount Juliet at 615-288-4777 or invigoratehealthtn.com.
Here's exciting news from Genesis Diamonds, just in time for the holidays. We've just introduced our all-new luxury pre-owned Rolex collection.